This is Light Talk, a light-hearted discussion on issues close to your body, mind, and spirit. Light Talk is brought to you by Bliss Oasis Ministries, a metaphysical arm of Bliss Oasis Africa, a counseling and life coaching company. You are invited to participate by sending comments or questions, writing them on the comments or description section below. Please subscribe and share. And now to the discussion, brought to you by Wanjiru Muthe and Patrick Ngugi. Welcome.
Hi, and welcome again to the Light Talk, where we go into matters spiritual, physical, and mental. That's body, mind, and soul. And we currently in this series of episode, we are talking about the 11 forgotten laws. And we are almost halfway through, because today we are discussing the law of increase. If you've been following us since we started, you remember we started with the law of thinking, then we did the law of supply, the law of attraction. The last episode we did the law of, what was it?
The law of receiving.
The law of receiving. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, the law of receiving. And today we are doing the law of increase. These are the 11 forgotten laws that were unveiled by Bob Proctor. And welcome, my name is Patrick Ngugi. Welcome to the Light Talk, and my co-host is Wanjiru Muthe. Karibu sana Wanjiru.
Asante sana. How have you been?
We have been fine. We've been fine, and just seeing how we can continue with these laws until the 11th one, gradually, before we can go into other things.
True. I think we've had a very good journey since we started, since the first law of thinking, the law of supply, the law of attraction, and now yesterday we did the law of supply, attraction, receiving, and right now we are at the law of increase.
And as I said, and as I said the other day, that some of these topics, they seem so normal, but we don't know there are laws behind them. So that if you apply those laws, you'll be at least enlightened, and so that your stuff will be happening right. So can we remind our visitors, our viewers, of what they need to do before we start?
Yes, they need to talk to us. They need to give us their feedback. Write down this video, comment, share opinions,
subscribe, and also share, so that we can reach as many people as possible.
True, so that we know that we are not talking to ourselves.
Yes, that will be quite interesting. At least, even if we spoke to ourselves, at least there's somebody who is listening. We are listening to each other.
Yes, we need someone else to come and give their opinion. We need them to correct us, add something, tell us maybe.
And we are looking, and also we are looking in the future, maybe we can have even new participants come here and share their stuff. Yes, so we are talking about law of increase, and as I said, like yesterday, the other day, we had the law of supply and the law of attraction and so on. People don't realize there are laws governing all these topics. And so as far as the laws are concerned, if you are doing something in the correct manner, in the correct way, following the law of the rules, things will happen right. If you don't, the laws don't care. They give you, they act as per the way you treat them. If you treat them rightly, fine, you get it, you get your pay. If not, you get your condemnation. But before we go further, we need to explain what is the law of increase is all about. So let me share the screen so that we can look at it. And as we can see, it's law number 5 out of the 11 laws. So so that we can see we are almost halfway through. Manjiro, can you read for us?
Okay, so the law of increase says that nature of the universe is to expand. It expands with everything in it. What you focus on expands. Showing appreciation and gratitude for what you have in life, the same will increase, or the universe will give you something or more to be grateful about. Speak well and praise in gratitude of whatever you are blessed with. Praise gives life to whatever is praised, while the opposite is true. If you condemn by speaking negatively, what you condemn will increase and therefore answering your prophecy. That's the law of increase.
The
It
law of
basically says that, yes.
yes. Basically says that what you focus on expands.
Mm-hmm.
And it expands for you because you are focusing on whatever you are looking at. Focusing it positively or negatively, it expands.
Mm-hmm.
You focus on good things, they expand. You focus on bad things, they expand. And the scientist tells us that the universe started with a Big Bang, and this Big Bang has everything that the universe can contain, but it started as small as a pinpoint size, and it exploded, and all the stars and everything were in that. We don't know how far it's true. We don't know whether those scientists were there to see it, but they say that from that time the universe is expanding, it's becoming bigger and bigger, and therefore that rhymes with the law of increase. Everything in the universe is increasing. And you can say that, for example, how come my money is not increasing? Your money is not increasing. Your money is not increasing because the lack of it is increasing. Over to you.
I want my money to grow, and now you're saying my money.
Anyway.
It's like the law of increasing is not happening on my side. I want my money to grow like the leaves on the trees,
Yes.
Why is it that when people say that when you fear something, it happens to you. So it's like you're attracting. Remember, we've already talked about, you've already thought, attracted, and
Yes.
received fear.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now it is expanding. So why is it that when I think about a lot of money, like me, why is it not coming my way? Why is it not increasing?
Yeah, that one. You see, the universe or the world, this third dimension, this world we live in, we call it the world of duality. We call it the world of duality because without duality, you cannot recognize anything. For example, in order to know a person is short, you have to know a tall person and compare. In order to know it's daytime, you have to have experienced nighttime so that you can aware of that. In order to experience or know about cold, you have to experience heat or warmth. So as far as money not being increased, it's also because of duality. Because with abundance, there is also lack. And most of the time, when people feel they need something or feel they want something, most of the time they are focusing on the not having it. I want more money because I feel I don't have. So they don't have is what they focus on. And that is what they keep on getting. You get it? For a long time, I've been giving this example about many governments focusing on poverty eradication programs. They come up with a lot of poverty eradication programs. Is the poverty reducing? Is it being eradicated? Poverty is not being eradicated because they are focusing on poverty. Whatever you focus on expands. Instead of focusing on poverty eradication, they should be focused on wealth creation. activities. And so when I complain, I've been thinking about money and not getting it. It's because most of the time I've been unhappy about my situation of not having. And that's what I focus on. Instead of focusing on my projects of making money and focus positively, not wondering where am I not getting contracts.
I think it comes to the aspects of there's an episode we said that these laws tend to interact with each other, or rather they are like almost similar to each other. If you want something to grow or increase, then you have to bring it to a positive kind of thinking. There are some people who argue that how comes people are warned about thinking negatively more than they are warned about. I don't know whether I'm going to capture this. When people are talking about expansion, attracting, the negative seems to have more power than the positive. Have you ever noted that? So
Yes.
if you're thinking about lack, you find that it manifests a lot, maybe than the positives. Have you ever observed that? Or is it because that we tend to unconsciously lie on the negativity, the lack,
Yes.
the bad things? That is why we keep on creating a huge mess unconsciously. We keep on expanding and increasing a mess unconsciously, because most of the time the mind has a tendency of lying on the negative so much. The victim mentality. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. So that don't keeps on expanding.
Yes, and
I
one
think
thing
that is what the law of increase is coming to.
and one thing you should realize is that the universe, the subconscious mind, doesn't know the word not.
Yeah.
Or,
Yes.
yeah, it's never there. So if you say
It
I
doesn't
don't
know
have,
negative.
so when you say that when you say you don't want this, you don't want the poverty, that's what you get, because they don't is because that's what you are saying. So instead of saying what you don't want, say what you want. Yeah. If you keep on focusing and worrying about the not having, that's what you'll get, because you focus. You get it. And
Yes.
as you said earlier on, how do we keep on focusing on the negative? Is the negative stronger than the positive? No. It is you who is giving the strength to the negative, because they don't care. Nothing is stronger than the other. You give the strength. I don't know whether you know the story about two dogs. One was ferocious and one was like a good dog and so on. And they were in somebody was saying the dogs were in his mind, and they were fighting, and he didn't know which one would win. And he was told by this wise man, the one who will win is the one you'll be feeding. If you keep on feeding it, it will win. So if you feed your negativity will win. Yeah.
Correct.
And you remember earlier on we talked about get behind me, Satan.
Yes.
Yeah. So when those negative thoughts starts coming, you know what to say. Send it back to wherever it came from.
Yes. I think the law.
Yeah, but looking at the law, as we had said earlier on, if I may share it again so that we can continue. You see, the nature of the universe is to expand. It expands with everything in it. What you focus on expands. It's about showing appreciation and gratitude. You can stop sharing them. Whether you like it or not, like the other day we said the universe is generous. It's always giving, whether you notice or not. Whether you know it or not, everything around you is expanding, including yourself and including your affairs. Everything is expanding. It's never static.
Yeah.
The question is which direction? In which direction is it expanding? And you decide.
The question is,
You decide how to expand it. Yes, continue.
Yes, actually, the question is, what are you holding in your hands? Whatever it is that you're holding in your hands, that is what will grow. Whatever it is that you have. I remember in the Bible, there is a story about, there are two stories I'm going to give examples with. It's the story of Jesus feeding 5,000 people with 2 fish and five bread, 5 pieces of loaves and 2 fish, something like that.
Yes. Yes.
And then there's also the story of Elijah. I think it's Elijah. Is it
Yes.
Elisha or Elijah? Who found a widow,
Yes.
and they had small, like a
Yeah, there
handful of flour.
famine. There was famine in that country.
Yes, and there's a bit of expansion in those two stories. I'm not going to
Yes.
narrate what happened. I
Yes.
believe
Yes.
that when people hear about those two stories, most people know about them. And from that, we see the action of expansion.
Yes.
There was something small,
Mm.
there's something little there
Mm.
that is used to grow something even bigger.
Yes.
In the story of Jesus, the people that were around there, okay, I I asked myself, how did that grow? I don't know whether the people that were there asked themselves questions, but I asked myself questions. How did 5 loaves and 2 fish feed 5,000 people? Whatever it is that he did, it's an indication of an increase. That
Yes.
if you have little positive within you, even a little bit of positivity, mind, gratitude, appreciation, it tends to grow big.
Yes.
If you have the same small amount of anything that is negative, it will grow. So, for example, if you have a child, I think you gave me that example before we came here.
A
If you
child.
keep on telling a child they're stupid, you have your own child, wewe ni mjinga, you keep on telling your child like that, they will grow up thinking that they will
Believing
be
you.
a big mjinga when they finally grow up. But if you keep on encouraging,
Yes.
again, do not you keep on encouraging and giving positive feedback, nurturing, things like that. I believe they grow up with a lot of self-noted, and it grew. I believe even most people in the creative industry started as such. They realized a small aspect of creativity, and then with time, with encouragement and growth, it expands into something huge.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I think. But whatever you have in your hands will expand based on how you feed it.
How you feed
And then
it?
there are people who don't feed anything. I don't know what that happens. I don't know what happens to people who don't feed whatever it is that they have. I think, like we said in the previous episode, if you are not utilizing your talents, you will not, it will be taken away from you.
Yes,
You
it
have
will
to
be taken
increase
away.
it.
Yeah, it will be taken
Yeah,
away.
you have to increase it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Yes.
one way of growth is through the spoken word. Praise, gratitude, being thankful, talking it out. And we have seen in that law that anything you praise, like you talk about a child, when you praise a child, they become better because they have to follow what you are, what you are describing, she's good, is bright, and so on. But that's through word of mouth, the praise. But you cannot condemn negative things, how bad they are, how stupid they are, and they'll take it. But that's growth in the negative. And they've been, or rather, there's this trick many people don't know about. Positive thinking is not enough. Okay, it's enough if you know how to do it. But talk to your projects, talk to your desire, talk them aloud, talk about them aloud to yourself. Yeah, I'm going to be the best engineer. Keep on telling yourself, not just thinking. Make sure there's nobody around. I'm the best artist. I will do this. You keep on talking. You are sending vibes in the universe. And the prayer, it's a prayer. Everything you talk is a prayer. We are coming I keep on saying we are going to discuss prayer, but by the time we reach there, by the time we reach there, it's like I'll have given everything. But every word you speak is a prayer because it goes to God, the universe, and it gives back to you as you asked it. So you want to be the best architect, you want to be the best author, the best, talk about it, keep on telling yourself, not just thinking. It happens. Praise your work. You remember about the 2 plants? We discussed about the 2 plants. One plant was condemned.
Yes.
Was given negative feedback, and the other was given a positive feedback. And the one that was given positive feedback thrived just by emotions. So give yourself good emotions, feel it, and it comes to you. Because growth has to happen, but in which direction?
Yeah, in which direction? I also remember there's a saying that is very common among most people. It says, "Be careful what you wish for." Because you might just get it. Yes.
And
Be
here,
careful the kind of words that you pronounce, you spell with your mouth, what comes out of your mouth, because you might just get it, because that is a vibe that you have sent to the universe, and the universe is not there to start listening. Oh, she didn't mean that. Oh, she meant this. No, it will send back that which you spell with your words. I think there's an episode you said that casting a spell. Yes, I think there's someone to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you keep on casting a negative spell, then that is what you keep getting back.
Yeah.
If you keep thinking that I cannot increase like that. So as we think positive thoughts, as we expand our thinking system, it should, like you have said, it should go hand in hand with our mouth. What is our mouth saying?
Yes.
But then again, you have said to talk to yourself. Don't talk to other people about your plans.
What I meant was making sure there's nobody around. Is because when you keep on talking to yourself, guys will start thinking you are.
You're mad. I think most of us talk to ourselves. You want to tell me you don't talk to yourself? Majority of us are always speaking to ourselves, but it's true. Don't walk around speaking to yourself.
Most of the time, when you're speaking to yourself, you are alone.
Yes.
Maybe in your room. Yeah, but I'm talking about from when you are alone in the room. When you're walking in the street, so long as hakuna mtu karibu. Those dreams, talk loudly. Those dreams, keep on talking, and talk them until you start getting that emotion of positivity, and it attracts.
That is very true. You attract. But what I meant about not telling other people is, we don't know what energy the other people are having. So you might be telling your dreams to a person who has negative energy, and their kind of negative energy is likely to affect your dreams. That is a story for another day. But for today, we want us to speak our dreams, our thoughts, our positive thoughts in whatever situation that you are in. It could be work. You're facing, you're having imposter syndrome. Remind yourself that do not let the imposter syndrome giant grow bigger than the positive thoughts. Yes, you remind yourself. I know
that syndrome is a Satan.
Yes, Mr. Ngugi is laughing because he knows our story about the imposter syndrome thing. It could be maybe you're having challenges expressing yourself at the work. Maybe because you have entertained negative beliefs about your inability to express yourself. Replace that with I will express myself. It will grow slowly by slowly. It expands. Yes.
A positive thought.
It could be maybe at home you're having challenges communicating with your partner or your children, whatever it is. Develop a positive mindset, and with time it expands and it grows. It's something that I have witnessed. Yeah.
The universe, life is so vibrant, and just by looking at it, you can see everything is growing. Everything is growing. From the seed, from one seed of a tree, let's say a mango tree, one seed, you plant it in various seasons, many seasons, it will give you a lot of mangoes. And it was just a lot of mangoes. Each of those mangoes has a seed.
Yes.
And so on. And all were packed together. All those millions of trees were packed in that one seed. It grows. The same with you. The same with you. You have, when you are born as a small baby, you had all that potential of growth. And you are going, okay, you are not, okay, maybe you also have a lot of seeds like the mango tree. But, but as you grow, you're going to affect so many other people or so many other projects that your impact will be felt all over. But that would be dependent on how you talk to yourself, how you think about yourself, because you have no alternative but grow.
Correct.
Growth is there. Growth, and when we talk about growth, we are talking about increase. You will always
even as from a physical perspective, everything is always growing. You are once an embryo.
Yes.
And you keep on every day. And if you started to watch something, if it is growing, I have planted a mango here. Let me see how it is growing. You cannot notice. You will not notice that it is growing. Yes, it is.
No.
You see, yes, it is
it
growing.
It will take time.
Even a child who was growing, who was born yesterday, today they have grown. You will only notice the difference in maybe 6 months, 1 year, when you see the child now walking. What does that mean? That growth happens in a way that you cannot see, but it is happening.
It's happening.
If you start looking and let me see this person, yes, it is happening gradually, and every day, every minute, every second, growth is happening.
It grows without making noise.
In you, it grows without making noise. So if the physical aspect is growing like that, what about the non-physical concept that is within your mind and your soul?
Yeah.
Things like your self-belief, your confidence, the things that we cannot see things that we cannot see with our physical eyes.
Yes.
So they also expand more. They also expand a lot. And that is why we say that you focus on the positive so that it expands more than your negatives. What do you think, Mr. Ngugi?
Yes, you talk about the mental, the physical, and as you know, this channel we discuss the 3 aspects: physical, spiritual, and mental. And physical, although we focus a lot of attention on the physical is the last one. It usually starts from the spiritual level, because the spirit is everything. And then goes to the mind and then the physical, so that the growth you're talking about has always happened within. And so the mental is very powerful, because the mental mind, what you think and also say, will determine that growth. Yeah, because even the child you're giving the story about, the child, if they're not given proper nutrition, they'll have stunted growth.
Yeah.
They will not increase because of the treatment from outside, the environment, the parents, which means love. As we talked about the plant, even if you give it enough water and nutrition and soil, the plant, if you have bad emotion and there have been an experiment done, you give a plant negative feedback, negative emotions, it will not grow properly. Hata kama ukipatia maji na kila kitu. Yeah, so growth, I mean, increase is a lot of things. It's not just automatic. There's There's a lot behind it. So even in the seed, as the seed grows, when you plant a seed, the mechanism of its growth is within the seed. Yeah. But you cannot sit with your naked eye. But when you plant it with the proper germination, water, warmth, it starts working. The mechanism starts working, but you cannot see it because it's within the seed. It's almost spiritual. But whatever energy is whatever spirit energy within the plant, within the seed, is what pushes and makes it physical. So that we can see it physically growing, but the action is within the seed, which is not physical. It just manifests from within. The same with us. Whatever you want to see growth in yourself, it's got to be there. It's not seen. It's got to be there. You have to kind of work it within. Then speak it. After you speak it, you increase. And that's why blessings are done verbally.
Yeah.
When you are being blessed, it is spoken. You are blessed. They just don't think about it.
No.
They speak it.
We have to say it, yes.
Yes, and those spoken words are what brings in the increase. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God. God spoke. It is that speech that brought the big bang and everything. I was not there, but I believe that's what happened. Yes.
Well, people believe different things. Whatever it is that people believe is the source of all these that we see, it has got to do with every little belief has got to do with increase and expansion.
Yes.
Whatever it is, whether it was creation by mud, whether it was the Big Bang Theory, whether we from Mount Kirinyaga, whichever way it was.
Mount Kirinyaga is Mount Kenya, eh?
Oh yes, Mount Kirinyaga is Mount Kenya, is where our God lives. So whatever it is that happened for the universe to exist, it has got something to do with expansion. Every theory shows an ability or the concept of increase and expansion.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yes.
And so, as we complete law number 5 of increase, apparently we are keeping more increasing because now we are going to go law number 6, which we will which will be the topic and subject of our next podcast. Yes, so viewers also interested to know what law number 6 is all about, tune in or subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss the next episode, and share with others so that more people can learn about increase, attraction,
so that we can increase,
and so on.
So that we can also increase and expand.
Yeah, so that this channel can increase and expand. So any final word, Wanjiro? Any final word?
I don't have much to say other than try to expand your positive thoughts. Catch yourself when you're expanding your negativity and switch it directly to the positivity. Slowly by slowly, practice makes perfect. Increase.
And the increase will follow.
Yes.
All right. So thank you very much, viewers, for being with us. And thank you, Wanjiro, for accompanying me in this journey. We are halfway through in this series before we start another one. So until we meet the next episode where we are going to talk about the next law, enjoy yourself and enjoy the sun because the sun is back.
Yeah, we are now basking.
All right, all the best.
Okay, bye.
Okay, Koheri.